Hi team, I just got off a really cool live where I was talking to a photographer about using ChatGPT to figure out their unique value proposition and their voice. So I want to go through here and show you my ChatGPT and talk you through how you can do this. This is especially important when you are trying to figure out who your audience is and how to talk to that audience. And it's actually a method to train ChatGPT on all your language and how you talk, right? If I just ask ChatGPT something, it's an example because I have built this out for Humble Togs Club. So if I ask ChatGPT, what is Humble? I can actually write HTC because I've trained it to know that HTC is Humble Togs Club. So I'm going to ask it that, and it will tell you, right? This is all the stuff it knows about Humble Togs Club because I've trained it to figure out how to do that. And I've also trained it to figure out how to talk to my ideal audience. What is my ideal audience? And how can I best speak to them in the shortest, most succinct way possible. Now, I've spent a lot of time, using ChatGPT, so learning what to ask it is kind of part of this process. But look at this stuff here. It knows the age of you guys. It knows what you're feeling. It knows, what you like. Hopefully, this is all you guys, right? How to speak to them. Talk human to human, not expert to student, right? Hopefully I do that. And hopefully you guys know that if ChatGPT knows that I do that, it's really, really smart. Be real, encouraging, and ego-free. Hopefully I'm doing that all the time. Use phrases that cut through their pain points. Sick of snarky focus. This is all stuff that ChatGPT knows this because I've asked it and explored stuff with it. So in one line, Humble Togs Club is where photographers feel sick of all ego and judgment come to actually learn, grow, and belong, right? That's us, right? So I want to get you to do this stuff for your photography. If you go into ChatGPT and you've got a blank ChatGPT, you might have to get the paid version because you're going to start running out of prompts and stuff. I think you can have like 5 or 10 prompts a day on your unpaid one. But if you start to really want to get into this is really for when you want to grow the business and build out your messaging and figure out what it is that you are awesome at and why you're special. This is what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to explain here for a second. I'm going to pause this for a second while I think of it. All right, just to show you, so I've just written this out. I'm writing to use this chat as a demo to show my members of Humble Togs Club how to figure out their own messaging and unique value proposition. Do not mix this example with my own messaging to do with either BKS, which is my photography brand, or HTC. All right, I'm just going to repeat. This is a new chat. So I've started that and it says, great, we'll treat this as a demo example to teach your members. Great, that's something that I'm going to do right now. Do you want me to build a step-by-step framework? Right, no, I want to, no. I'll pause again. All right, so I'm just cleaning things up here, but you don't have to worry about this. Again, just be aware this kind of stuff exists. I've answered the question there. No, I'm going to treat you now like a completely blank ChatGPT account and talk to you like one of my members might, with examples of what they might say to you in figuring out their brand and messaging. Let's make up a theoretical brand so that you know not to confuse anything. Let's say my fictitious, I'll just fix the spelling there. My fictitious example person is named Chris and his brand is called Chicago Chris Photography, which I will reference here as CCP. Ready to go? All right. Okay, I understand. Fresh new doing persona. We're talking about great. All right. So now I go, hi, my name is Chris. So this is the part that you guys would be doing, right? As you. My name is your name. My name is Chris. I have been a photographer for 5 years now and am wanting to figure out with you what is special about me and my photography and what my unique value proposition, spell the things right, position might be, so you can help me figure out how to attract my ideal audience. Okay, audience. I'll start by telling you some things about what I like and who I am. I am an introvert at heart. I'm using that as an example because that's the example I came up with the guy today on the call, who was saying he's an introvert as a photographer and struggles with that. So I said, well, that's great. Let's double down on your personality. Guys, figure out what is your personality, who are you as a person, and put these things, in like this example, into ChatGPT and let it help you figure out all of this stuff. So again, I'm using this as an example. I'm an introvert at heart. I truly love connecting with my clients and think I offer a very personal, connected experience. Again, don't type this exactly. Don't type this if you don't believe it. Type the things that you believe about you, right? This is an example. I offer a very personal, connected experience. I love subtleness in photography and details that are not cliche, and really try to cut to the core of let's assume he's a wedding photographer, right? I was talking to a wedding photographer today, so I'm talking about wedding photography. Actually, I'm going to put that up here. I have been a wedding photographer for 5 years now. Right, coming down here. I was in the photo and really try to cut to the core of what my client's personality and heart. I'm just trying to give it some idea of what I care about here. But I am talking about photography, so I'm also going to remind myself to talk about me, who I am as a person. I personally love things like quiet, solitude, and walking on my own. These are examples again that came up in the chat today. Walking on my own in nature really centers me, though I am not really an outdoorsy type in the sense that I don't hike or climb mountains. I love reading books. This is a little bit of a cliche example, but I love reading books, spending time with a few close friends I really know well versus being in an environment with lots of people, lots of acquaintances, right? Lots of acquaintances. And then if you kind of run out of things, just ask, write this. What else can you ask me to help me tell you what and who I am as a person, right? Let's just try that. Good start, Chris. You've shared emotional and personal cues that already hint to a kind of energy and experience you want to bring to your photography. That quiet connected vibe is strong. Here's what I'd ask you next to help draw out your brand DNA. Why did you start your photography? And go through and spend time answering these questions and be clear about it, right? Answers as follows. One thing about ChatGPT is you might find yourself like being polite to it or saying, thanks for that, this is great. Like, don't do any of that. This is a waste of time. Just figure out how to speak to it a little bit like a robot in a way, like a 2-year-old, but answer the question. So answers as follows. 1, I started in photography, and particularly weddings, because I love and I love the vibe of wedding days. And really think about it a bit more. Like, what else do you love about weddings specifically? I really am proud to be someone who a couple trusts. You know, like, again, like just think about it from your own point of view. Just really answer all those questions and keep going. And then I'm going to stop this video now. I'm going to talk about things in the next video. Hopefully this will get you started. And what you actually want to be doing here is answering all these questions, but training your ChatGPT account to really understand who you are and where you come from. After you do this and a bunch of questions like this for a week or a month, you can then start asking ChatGPT, hey, go over and look at my website. How could I structure this website better to speak to my ideal audience? And it will help you in hugely amazing ways. I'm going to stop this here. We'll talk on the next video.